we are granted renewed access to the numinous nature of reality. When you decide to walk the path of the mystic, the mundane shows up as miraculous, the boring becomes fascinating, and your own shortcomings turn out to be your greatest gifts. Guess what? The God you don't believe in is the same God I don't believe in. There is a persistent rumor that mysticism is inextricably tangled up with religion. Let me dispel this. Organized religion can, in fact, be an obstacle to direct experience of the sacred. Most religious institutions insist that you purchase their brand of God and forsake all others. Not only do they demand exclusivity, but they require intermediaries for anyone to even hang out with the divine. Priests and gurus, with their rote prayers and circumscribed rituals. You have to pass through a series of churchy gates to gain access even to God's suburbs. And once you do, there is to be no talk of actual intimacy with the Holy One. The function of most clergy and their customs is to get you to live whatever they deem to be a godly life, not to actually connect with God, let alone to become one with God. Maybe God talk makes you nervous. You equate the word with the suffocating little boxes of your childhood, being forced to go to Sunday school, where you learn that God is old, white, male, and constantly pissed off. He floods the whole world when a few of his kids misbehave, smites cities and drowns armies, issues his orders on tablets of stone, making a big deal about the obvious. Of course you shouldn't kill people, unless, of course, you're God, or steal your neighbor's horse, or be rude to your mom and dad. It embarrasses you to even be included in the same breath as those nutty fundamentalists who take every word of the Bible literally and condemn queer people to hell. A true believer, you are not. And yet, there is a stirring in your soul, not because of, but rather in spite of religiosity. You sense the presence of something vast and loving when you reach the summit of a mountain, or stand up on your surfboard, or cup your hand to drink water from a stream. You recoil from the notion that a supreme being is keeping track of your lustful thoughts and yet cannot be bothered to prevent genocide or reverse climate change. If that's what God is, you want no part of it. More atrocities have been committed in the name of God than you can bear to ponder. You have no use for a magical puppet master with a grudge. Guess what? The God you don't believe in is the God I don't believe in. My God is sometimes goddess. She is often subversive, knocking over the furniture in the parlors of the privileged. My God rarely conforms to a fixed gender, embodying all the most life-giving qualities of both the feminine and the masculine, such as tenderness and mystery, discipline and confidence. My God both transcends anything I could conceive of and lives inside of everything I know and do and am. Even religion. God sometimes can be found in the temple and the mosque, the chapel and the ashram. For example, singing the ancient Hebrew prayers on Yom Kippur, pleading with the Holy One to bring your wandering heart back home, can be a powerful catalyst for a mystical experience. Or holding out your hand to receive the Blessed Sacrament and looking up to see the face of the priest gazing at you with kindness. Or silently uttering the name of Allah on each of your 99 prayer beads, and then starting again and again until Allah is carried on your breath. Or lighting a stick of incense and waving it in front of a statue of Hanuman, the monkey god, who orchestrated the rescue of the goddess Sita from the clutches of the 10-headed demon and cleared the way for her return to her beloved Ram, reconciling the sundered masculine.